Alright guys, Nathan here, welcome back to a new video. Today we're going to be doing some form of prediction video. At least I hope it's going to turn out that way. And I hope they don't release the ratings as I do this. They shouldn't do, but they have started releasing the top 50 ones for the players in FIFA 17, which is what we're going to be doing today. They've also released some random ones, like ones with Tottenham, Marcus Rashford, who's actually a really expensive player at the start of the game because everyone's going to want to use him. And they haven't released any of these players on the list thus far, and I don't think they will be until the next few days. As you know, if any of you have ever gone on like Foothead, a few days into September they start releasing them gradually. I remember going on one day and they had like another 3 pages of players each day, and it's really random, so you never know when actual players are going to come out. But I don't think they'll be for a few weeks yet. Anyway, we're going to be doing well, not necessarily top 5, but 5 BPL players that are going to be, I hope, will be gold next year, but are silver on FIFA 16 currently. They've put in some good performances this year, and they should really be gold next year. Maybe low gold, maybe even quite high gold. But there are some interesting ones. You know, I may have missed out some that were blatantly obvious, but I can always do a part 2. Anyway, first one to start us off is actually Nathan Redmond. I'm going to predict that he's going to go up to a 77 rated gold, because Norwich last season were absolutely shit, alright? Nowhere near, like, they bugged it up before January, didn't they, really? I mean, they started signing players midway through the season, when, you know, they were mid-table, and it just went all downhill there. There was no chemistry in the team, they're all disoriented. They lost to Sunderland, for God's sake. I mean, Sunderland are one of the worst sides I've ever seen. But yeah, they were pretty poor, but Nathan Redmond was like a star in their side. Hence his move to Southampton. You know, he obviously deserves to stay in the Premier League, and I think he had a good season last season as well. He scored about, I think, 6 goals or something like that in the league, which is pretty good. He made a lot of appearances, but you know, he's going to be playing a lot this season for Southampton. You know, their team isn't that strong. I think Southampton have oversold. You know, they've been a selling club ever since they've got in the Premier League. I think they've sold too many of their stars, and they're going to rely on him. And I think he scored in his debut for them, so I think he will be a gold. Maybe not quite 77, but that's what I'm going for. And a non-rare as well. His pace hasn't changed, I don't think, but he's got better dribbling, shooting, and passing. And I think he'll be a good cheap player to use at the start of the game. Anyway, moving on, we have a Michail Antonio. This is just a bit of speculation, actually, on this position. He could be a right wing back. He could be a right mid. He could be a left mid. Who knows? They're all the position he plays for West Ham, but it'd be so interesting and so I guess it would sort of ruin him if he was a bit of a right wing back. But so many people would use him at the start of the game because of that 92 pace and that really good physical and his all-round stats. But I think it'd be a great cheap right back to use, maybe even a rival to like Hector Bellerin, and you know, likes players like that. So there's a lot of right backs in the Premier League that are good, but it's got to be definitely a cheap rival to them. And you know, he did play a lot for West Ham at right back last season. I haven't given him the best defending because you know, he's not. I've heard people say he's not the best at defending. He's more of an attacking player, but he's already scored twice this season, and I think he may have played this season. So yeah, it's just a bit of speculation. If he is a right mid or a left mid, he'll still get a defensive upgrade because he played at right wing back last season. He should therefore be a better defensive player. Anyway, that should be his overall rough stats. I will think he'll be a gold anyway, despite the fact, because he broke into the West Ham team and cemented his place in there, and he's been a really good player last season. So yeah, he should be at least a 76, if not higher, and a rare card as well. Anyway, moving on, we've got a new transfer to the Premier League in I think his name Vincent Hansen. Spurs paid 17 million for this guy. Apparently he was very good in the Eredivisie. He scored a few goals, got a TOTS card, and I think he's supposed to rival Harry Kane for the striking position, or they could have some form of partnership. I don't see how that will work because they're both quite tall and not very fast. But yeah, I hope this guy does alright, because I hate it when I see, you know, good players who do crap in the Premier League and then they just get ruined the rest of their career. But he's young, and I think he will be a gold due to the amount of money Tottenham paid for him, and the amount of notoriety he's been getting about the transfer as well. So I think it'll be a 76 rated non-rare. Again, a good star player, but I don't think he'll go any higher just yet unless he puts in some really good performances and maybe get a January upgrade. He also scored against England, I think. I think that was him when we lost 2-1 to them back in February, I think. So I think that was him who scored. So yeah, I do think he'll be a decent player to have, and a very good cheap starter striker, I guess. Anyway, now we're moving on to Lamine Kone, basically the man who single-handedly solidified Sunderland's defence towards the end of last season. One of Big Sam's best signings at Sunderland as well. He wanted to leave, but he didn't want to leave, I don't think. He didn't end up leaving to Everton. I think it was because they signed Ashley Williams. But yeah, he should definitely be a gold. I mean, he was really good last for the second half of the season, particularly at Sunderland, and I think he will be a gold. Not the most sought after player, but again, he's not that unusable. I mean, 64 pace isn't bad, and he's got good defensive stats as well. Sort of like one of those players you have as a filler while you move on to that bigger player. You may see him a lot at the start of the game, as I said, same with a lot of these players, but this guy should definitely be a gold, maybe a rare, maybe a non-rare, but we don't know yet. But this is just, I wanted for another not rare in there, and he looks like he could be one. So yeah, I hope he is a gold. He should be a gold, and hopefully he plays for Sunderland this season and isn't just exiled because he wanted to move away, I guess. Anyway, last player, we're moving on to Jesse Lingard. I don't know about, this is a bit of a risk. He could be just like a silver again, but I think he should be a gold. He played like a lot of games right last season. Scored in the FA Cup final, won them the FA Cup final in fact with that goal, and scored a good goal. He scored last season was good as well. Like I think he scored. I can't remember what season. It might have been the season before that he scored against Chelsea. That really good goal. But yeah, I guess he's been overshadowed by Rashford a bit in his progress. But I definitely think he should be a gold. A left winger as well, maybe or a right winger. I'm not sure, but definitely with these sort of stats will make him usable at the start of the game. And I imagine he'll be one of those players that's a bit overpriced because he plays for Man United and has that perfect link to Rashford. So he might not be within anyone's price range, because Rashford's going to be like up in a lot of a lot of money because of how much of a star he is right now. And I really hope Lingard does the same and sort of grows into a good player, and hopefully he is a gold, because I really want to use some of these players on this list as golds, because you need different players in the Premier League teams to use, and I think he'll be a good asset. I'm not sure how many skill moves he'll use. I don't know how many he has right now, but if he had 4-star, then that would be very, very good. Anyway, thank you all for watching. If you want me to do any other leagues like the Bundesliga, the League One, I'll do my research, I'll get some good players in. If you want to do a part 2 BPL, just leave a comment down below and like the video. This has been a good fun video to make, because I always like predicting what rating players will be, and I usually am pretty good at it. Not to brag or anything, I just tend to get them right, because I don't make wild accusations, maybe I go with the obvious ones. Anyway, thanks all for watching, and I will see you all for the next video. Cheers.